What's up, guys and gals? It is your host with the most, Griever, as always. Bringing you guys Shuumatsu no Valkyrie, also known as Record of Ragnarok, Chapter 74, live reaction stream. How's everybody doing today? That is the question. You know, that is the real question. How's everybody doing on this Thursday? You know, because we got some, there's going to be some good shit. And how are you guys enjoying overall? I know I've been releasing the episode reviews for Season 2 as well, but I'd be curious to find out what people think about Season 2 as a whole. I think Season 2 is good. Really good, actually. I won't say great, but it's definitely it's a huge step up from Season 1. And it is definitely a good adaptation. I don't think anybody can say that the anime is not a good adaptation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, going forward, what are we expecting from this chapter as well? Like, once again, no spoilers in the chat, of course, until I'm done and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, I don't think the fight ends this chapter. I'm going to say that much. I don't think the fight ends this chapter. I think the fight ends on chapter 75. I think the fight ends on chapter 75. I really do. I think the fight has been pretty solid. Any longer and it's going to almost outlive its welcome a little bit because of the length of... Well, once again, we haven't really gotten a real Tesla backstory, so maybe 75 is too short. Maybe 76. But see, here's the problem. The further we go in this series, the longer and more drawn out things seem to be becoming. That's not necessarily a good thing. You know? Beelzebub's backstory has been way too long. Chin's backstory was stupidly too long. You know? We're drawing out this series. Each round is drawn out to a degree that I'm not really 100% on quite yet. So I'm hoping that this round does not outlive its welcome, where it's been a very good round. Especially coming off the tail end of the worst round of the series. It's been really good, you know what I mean? So I just hope it doesn't try to fix all the problems by going too far, you know, by going too long. So I'm hoping we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, we're gonna get started with the live reaction shortly, as we always do. I'm not doing a timer anymore, a pre-stream timer, but you know, 7 to 10 minutes. Let people jump in. Don't forget to hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that kind of stuff. And then, yeah. Yeah, so let's check in with the chat. We got Bleach Fan Anonymous. Alright, that's kind of fun. I mean, I know it's Bleach Fan Anonymous, but Bleach Fan Anonymous sounds cooler. Pretty nice chapter. Pretty good Thursday as well. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Joseph's in here and says, I have a theory about Tesla's Volander. Oh, really? Joseph says, so the name of Tesla's Volander is Super Autonomous B, or Beta, is the word for beta, yes? So you're saying there's going to be an alpha or an omega or something? Joseph said, the word beta, which means a nearly complete prototype of a product, yeah, such as software, or a stage of development in which a product is nearly complete but not yet ready for release. True, so you think that there's going to be the dolphin before the GameCube. You're thinking it's still in the dolphin stage. I mean, I'm there for that. I'm with you on that one. You know, that sounds good. Bleach says, Season 2 is definitely a marked improvement over Season 1. 100%. 100%. Bleach says, I definitely think this round will end this month with a double chapter. A double chapter? Yes, I agree. If we get a double chapter after this chapter, then the round's over, for sure. Because 75, depending on what happens here in 74. See, a big thing that happened at the end of 73, depending on what we do with 74, and we still need some actual Tesla backstory. You know what? Actually, do we really? You know, like the idea that we need these big intricate backstories only started as we've gone on. But in general, Raiden's backstory was pretty straightforward. I'm not saying it was super short, but it was pretty straightforward. Lu Bu's, Thor's, you know, Adam's. All these backstories were just very straightforward, here's what happened. The intricate backstories work, but not every character needs 100 pages. Looking at you, Emperor of China. Not every character, just because their powers are bullshit, needs a 100-page backstory for people to like them. So does Tesla actually need... I mean, I assume we are going to get something with Tesla, but do we actually need a full chapter of 40 pages of Tesla backstory? Would it be cool to see? Sure, but is it necessary? Tesla's already a pretty well-rounded character, similar to how Lu Bu and Adam already showed up as complete characters. We just need a little bit of... A tiny bit, 10, 20 pages about him, but... Lu Bu's just the best. He's just a strong-ass general and warrior. Adam just said, fuck you guys, I'm taking my wife and I'm going home. Like, they were very straightforward backstories. They were already complete characters. So potentially, Tesla doesn't get a huge backstory. And I'd be okay with that because it seems like they're still doing that. I'd be okay with it. Jay Warrior's in here. Hey, Jay. He says, it's crazy how this round changed your opinion on Beelzebub. It absolutely did. But see, that's the thing. You have to be able to change your opinions on things. When you're first introduced to a character and you learn more about them, that is supposed to sway you, whether for better or for worse, Like, when you're first introduced to a guy and say, all right, he murdered 3 people. You automatically assume, and he's got tattoos, and he's bald head, and he's got, like, gang tats and shit. You automatically assume, that guy's a prick, I don't want to associate with that guy. Then you find out why he murdered those 3 people, and why he joined the gang, and maybe it's like, that's exactly what I would do if I was in his situation. Like Kevin Bacon in Death Sentence anybody, right? So, Kevin Bacon actually shaved his head for that movie. It was crazy. So yeah, no, and I'm totally open to always changing my opinions based on that stuff. Also, we got 7 people in here and only 2 likes. What's going on with that, guys? Jack those numbers up so we can get started. Let's see. Joseph says season 2 was really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of season 2 be released. Indeed, I actually finished. Even though only episode 8 review is out, episode 9 and 10 review have been made. I have finished up to episode 10. So those will probably be released by Sunday. The other 2 episodes will be released. So yeah. Joseph also says, I've heard that it's confirmed that the round is supposed to end next chapter, but I'm skeptical. If it was 2, as I said, if Bleach is, I think it was Bleach said that. Yeah, Bleach said that it'll be a double chapter. If it's a double chapter, I can see it for sure. That's almost confirmation right there. Tenryo's in here. Hey, Tenryo said, me is here. You is here. I need to rant on something. Toy Story 5, Frozen 3, and Zootopia 2 have all been announced. I thought Toy Story was over. Fuck all the endless milking of established properties. I hate Disney sometimes. Fair point. I have not seen Toy Story 4. No, I think I saw Toy Story 3 for sure. I might not have seen Toy Story 4. Frozen 2 I didn't see, and Zootopia was great. Actually, Zootopia having a sequel isn't bad. A sequel's not bad, right? I won't say that's milking. Zootopia was a good story, and I think there is more to the characters. Sort of like Monsters, Inc. The Monsters, Inc. second movie, that wasn't bad. That was fun with characters we already liked. It's okay to make a sequel when there's more to explore. It's when it's a one and done, and then you go further, that's when it's weird. Like a Lion King 3 would be bad. Like Lion King 3 would be bad. Lion King 2 was actually a pretty good movie, and it made sense. Sequels usually do okay. It's when you go to the 3 and the 4. That's when it's milking. Miss said, good afternoon. Hey, Miss, how you doing? Now we got 10 people in here and only 3 likes. What is going on? What is happening? Why don't you guys know why don't you like the like button? Let's start liking the like button, okay? Thumbs up. Bleach says, it's just said that the round may end this month, not necessarily the next chapter, hence why I think it's 2 chapters. Kidneys there. I see what you're saying. Yep. Joseph said, oh, hey, Misk, I wanted to ask you something about what you said Tesla's odds of winning. Joseph said, you said that all the victories in the past have been based on the character's potential, and Tesla embodies this more than anyone. I don't know if he embodies more potential. I think Sasuke has probably the most potential, but sure. Miss said, haven't watched past episode 5 yet, been preoccupied with other shows and personal projects. Episode 5 is definitely probably my favorite episode. Episode 9. I really liked episode 9 a lot. Jay Warrior says, take what I say next with some salt. I need a full Tesla backstory because so far I don't really care for him. I mean, all right. I mean, if you want that, that's fine. I'm not saying that I'm right to say that. I'm saying that every character does not need a 100-page backstory to be cool. I still don't like fucking... Beelzebub needed it for me to like him. Beelzebub needed it. The Emperor of China did not. The Emperor of China is still a prick and still should have lost. You know? So having a 100+ page backstory did not help him in my eyes. You know, he could have had a 10-page one or add that extra 0. Still don't like his character. But, you know, sometimes it helps characters, sometimes it does not. I mean, look no further than the fact that there was a chart done by somebody in Misk's Discord, it might be in mine too, basically made a chart of how many pages every character's backstory was, and majority opinion is that Jack the Ripper's backstory is probably the best, or among the best, correct? Majority of the fan base will agree that Jack's backstory is one of the best. Pacing-wise, written-wise, character-wise. It's right there in the middle of 40-odd pages. It doesn't have the most amount of pages. It doesn't have the least amount of pages. It's right smack in the actual middle between all the combatants so far. So that goes to show you quality over quantity. More pages does not necessarily mean better backstories or better characters. In fact, the ones with more pages tend to be not as well liked around people's favorite polls. Just saying. Now we have 10 people in here and only 4 likes. Jesus. 10 again. Goddamn. We went down for a bit, but anyways. Once I catch up with the chat, we're going. We're going to start. We got to start this shit. Joseph said I actually would really like to see more of Judy and Nick. Yeah, Zootopia was a great movie with great parallel to the real world. That's what I'm saying. Sequels are fine. Joseph said I just wanted him to elaborate on him saying about characters' potential. Oh, well, he might do that. Realist Medell said Chin was so smug. Indeed he was. Chin was way too smug, and air bubbles are bullshit. Your powers are bullshit. Anybody who likes Team 4-Star will get where that came from. Keismer is in here and says, can't believe there's people who this round 7 and Chin backstory is the best in the series. There are people like that, and they are just straight up wrong, okay? It's same people that said that Star Wars sucks, Lord of the Rings sucks, and Da Vinci couldn't paint. You know, it's those people. Whitney Houston can't sing either. You know, those are the people who think round 7's the best round. People who have just, it's opposite day 24/7 for them. Mr. Joseph, the victor is usually determined by character development, but not always. This is true, or by narrative. Narratively speaking, Beelzebub has to win. Narratively speaking. You know why? Because if Tesla wins, next round the gods have to take a W. And that's what happened in round 5. Raiden was never going to beat Shiva. Shiva had to win that round because narratively speaking, at the time, the gods had to take a W. Because if the gods, it's not that round 5 had to go to Shiva, it's that round 6 then would have had to go to the gods. Round 6 would have been completely irrelevant who was fighting. Round 6 would have had to go to the gods. You are not going to see 4 straight wins for anybody. So, as a result, Tesla has to technically lose narratively because that means the next round, we're doing it again, right? So that's the problem. And I was right about round 5, and we'll see if I'm right here about round 8. Anyways, we're all over 15 minutes into this goddamn stream. I appreciate the chat being so active. That's fantastic. For some reason, still only have 4 likes. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Jesus Christ. It helps my algorithm, all right? And let's just get right underway with it. So, chapter 74, page 1 is, the season 2 poster. All right, cool. Heracles' hair still sucks in the anime. I'm going to say that. Heracles' hair is not cool in the anime. All right. Chapter 74. The feelings which connect us. The Lord of Flies unleashes an attack that threatens to swallow up the very heavens. Yeah, we got we got an Emperor's ring up in the sky. We've got fucking Conqueror's hockey lightning going around, and we got a big orb of destruction. It's wiping out the whole Colosseum. Yeah, it's beyond the Colosseum. There's the mountain escape. Wow. Goddamn. And then, kaboom. That looks... Alright, so it blew up. It imploded. It blew up the whole arena. it blew up the arena, the cage, the Tesla cage. And we see Heimdall flying backwards, the crowd flying backwards. Okay, so it looked a lot more devastating. Like, people were saying, it just wiped out the whole thing. There's not going to be a round 9. It's crazy. And I was like, I think that's just for dramatic effect, and then it's just going to implode and blow up the arena. But there were actually people on Reddit and stuff. I know it's Redditors, so they're nuts. But they were actually saying, like, okay, the whole Coliseum is destroyed, and it's going to be the survivors. And some people actually said they were going to go into, like, The Last of Us or a zombie apocalypse sort of setting. It's going to be a survival setting now. We're not going to do a round. It's going to be who's still alive, and that's how Thor's going to come back into the story and stuff, because heaven's going to be destroyed, and it's going to be trying to find out who lived, who died, you know? And I'm just like, okay, you're going a little nuts with this whole... Just because Zeus... The only reason a lot of people hyped this up, that was the extreme case, but there were other cases of people saying the whole Colosseum's going to be destroyed, all this stuff, and it's all because Zeus seemed frightened of this attack. And I guess we're going to find out why. So... Let's see. So, but look, not even the arena was destroyed where Ares and Hermes are. And Hermes just standing there like it's no big deal. So, yeah. Honestly, I'm not blaming the manga. The fan base hyped up that attack at the end of Chapter 73 way too fucking much that this is kind of disappointing that all it destroyed was that one little fighting arena. It didn't even destroy the stands. Hell, Majin Vegeta did a regular ki blast and killed him like 1,000 people in the fucking Boo Saga. Did more damage than this fucking thing. Like, so yeah, I blame the fan base for that one, hyping up that attack, but let's see. So this is Chaos. Hermes is definitely a top tier fighter, I'm just saying it. What a horrible technique. Alright, Chaos, is this going to be a transformation? I'm curious, is this going to be like another, the final labor? Is this going to be an actual transformation thing, and that was just more of a... Like when Goku went Super Saiyan 3 for the first time, the whole world shook until he condensed all the power and went boom. Now I'm curious. So let's see. Oh, there's Nostradamus. Ho ho! Amazing, amazing! Alright, Nostradamus is interested. And, oh wow, the whole arena got gouged out. I mean, that's still very impressive. That was still a big fuck you bomb of an attack. And that is a nice double-page spread, seeing all the swirling clouds and stuff. So that is pretty cool, but it didn't even go as far as touching the stands. So Zeus was surprised. See, once again, it's more on the fan base than anything for hyping it up more than it was, but still very impressive. And let's see, what just now? What in Valhalla happened? I mean, fair point. Fair point. All right, so let's see. Is the smoke going to clear yet? Ah! Alright, smoke clear, and that's clearly Tesla in the smoke. And blood, spitting blood or dripping blood on the ground. And, oh, there's Edison and everybody. Ah! And there's Adamus and Zeus. Huh? And there's Tesla. Damn. Bleeding. Bleeding pretty good, though. From his arm, it looks like. He defended with his arm. Oh, he's bleeding from his head. He's bleeding pretty good. That did some damage. You know what? Yeah, okay, so that did some damage. Wait, is that literally all that did? It didn't even take an arm? What the fuck? Alright, let's see what the extent of this damage is, because that attack has got to be one of the most hyped up and most disappointing attacks in the series, if that's all that did. The details are currently unclear, but Beelzebub's horrendous attack has torn Tesla to shreds. I mean, it broke up his armor a bit and he's bleeding, sure, but he's not like he didn't lose a limb. I've seen more devastation in almost every other round. Let's see. Like literally Lu Bu's feet being fucking mangled and his bones coming out of his heels and shit. You know? Tesla is on death's door. Really? I don't, like, I see it. I see the blood. Like, he has been, like, cut up, but it's like, I don't see, like, I mean, I suppose it's just a lot of cuts. Tesla is on death's door. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. Let's see. The flame of humanity's hope has been swallowed up by the darkness of Helheim. He's on the verge of being snuffed out. Oh, and we see that the Volend is cracking. Okay, so I don't think that this page is showing enough. Like, it's not showing as much damage because there's only that little pool of blood. It looks mostly like it's just from the one arm and stuff. Like, he's cracked and scuffed up, but it looks like the armor took most of the hit, which, to be fair, is his Volend. So, and we see that the Volend, the Valkyrie in the back, is starting to, like, crack and fade away. So, yeah, alright. So it did do quite a bit of damage, let's be fair. Goal falls down. Big sis Gundul. And Brunhilde, nothing. What the hell was that technique? Yes, let's figure it out. Was it just condensed magic or something? What the hell was that technique, says Adamus. Zeus, do you know something? No, I've only ever heard stories, but... Okay, so Beelzebub used an attack that Zeus didn't know about. Learned it from Hades or some shit. The right hand of offense and the left hand of defense. You firmly clasp the two of them together. Oh, and it's like two magnetic forces, and you force them together, and it just can't take the pressure, and boom, creates a bomb. To condense the vibrations of both, and then they explode in one violent burst. Seriously. Skill 0 is skill chaos. The secret art, all this shit is literally just... I have the north and south pole of a magnet, and I'm going, boom! I'm actually kind of disappointed. Not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed. This shit was hyped up to be like, what is chaos? Zeus, what is this? Oh my god, don't use that technique. You stop time and punch through time, and you're worried about a dude making a little explosion? What the fuck? I'm actually kind of... I'm going to keep reading, but this is... Yeah. Let's see. The horrible power of that technique was so destructive. Alright. Well, it doesn't seem to do that much. It couldn't even take a limb off of Tesla. It was so destructive. Oh, there's Hades. Oh, there's Hades again. That it was once branded as taboo even in Helheim. So even Hades thought that that move was a little much. Alright. Okay. Is this like a condensed version, though, for Hades to be like... I don't know. Alright. But, let's see. Does it take a toll on him? We see Beelzebub. That guy, he's all torn to shreds now, too. Okay, so it's like a... It's not a self-destruct necessarily, but it's like, even I'm not safe from this technique when I use it. Okay. I mean, alright. So they both took a lot of damage by the looks of it. In exchange for that horrible destructive power, he destroys his own body. Chaos. What an absurdly terrible technique. I think it's got too cool a name for too little damage, but alright. It's literally Senbone Zakura attack. But that's precisely why. Beelzebub, failing to put down Tesla, is proof that he made a grave miscalculation. Yeah, he's shaking with the skull. He's like, alright. And, yeah, he hasn't even torn an arm off of the man. I am quite surprised. This is Beelzebub. Your light has yet to be snuffed out. Alright. And Tesla slams the ground, gets himself... Oh, wait, he shatters... Wait, he used one of the Super Tesla coils to survive. Okay, fair enough. He defended against it. But now he's used up one of the Tesla coils to do it. He sacrificed one of his Super Tesla coils. So he did. It seems he had no other choice. He used one of his Super Tesla coils in order to achieve maximum instantaneous output, which he used to partially offset that devilish vibration technique. Or so I would guess. It was only partially effective. Alright. I mean, at least if the technique is going to do what it's doing... You know, that's, yeah. I mean, at least Tesla survived by, he had to really defend. He had to use one of his moves to not die. Okay, so it's seemingly, the more you read the chapter, it's a little more devastating than it first led on, but I'm still kind of disappointed by the technique. I must acknowledge you, says Beelzebub. You truly are amazing. However... The end is near. Alright, so he's bringing the skull back. He's not going to do that attack again, is he? The end, says Tesla. Is he going to go, no? Let's see. And he raises himself. Wait, he's putting his hand on the ground. No, non, nien. See, I love Tesla. I don't need a Tesla backstory. He just, no, non, nien. I reject that. Let's go. We have no end. Let's go. Let's go. We are forever. The Austrian Empire, modern-day Western Croatia, village of Selmajan. All right. We going into Tesla backstory time? I'm okay with that. And as I said, if we get the whole Tesla backstory here, we're on page 19. If the whole backstory is the rest of the chapter, that's only a 30-page backstory. That is an appropriate sized backstory for Tesla. That's appropriately sized. I'm off. Let's see. Hold on. Where are you? It's nothing to worry about, Mother. He's just going to his secret base again. Let's see. So he goes to this little, looks like a shed or something. Knock, knock. Oh, there's a wheel on the thing? Let's see. Nikola Tesla, age 5. There we go. What are God's most beloved numbers? 3, 6, 9. Password accepted. I'm sure there's something about 3, 6, 9, but, you know, they're probably something about prime numbers or something. I have no idea. And do. And open the door and foo. Oh, that guy kind of looks like... Welcome, Nikola, to my research lab. Gematria zone. Whatever. Dane Tesla, age 12. Oh, he had an older brother? I didn't know that. Let's see. So they got books and science and all this stuff. Brother, what are you making today? A windmill. Old man Al from the village asked it of me. 7 years older than his brother Nikola, Dane was the village's greatest prodigy. As a boy genius, the entire village depended on his abilities. A windmill, isn't that really ordinary? No way. This design doubles its drive efficiency. Oh, I see. Theoretically, this is how it spins. Theoretically. But will this even work? I don't know if it'll even move. Alright, so, yeah. So, alright, I gotta look this up really quick. I gotta know if Tesla actually had a brother. Or if this is just made up for the, for the backstory. Sort of like Heracles took a lot of liberty. Let's go. Where's family? Where's the family? Early years. Was born in suburb, with present day. His father was a priest. Tesla's mother. Guy had never reached formal education. Credited to his mother's genetics and influence. Was the fourth of 5 children. He had 3 sisters and an older brother named Dane, who was killed in a horse riding accident when he was 5. Oh, so he's about to die. Okay, I didn't know that. But I guess the whole idea that the brother was a prodigy is sort of... I'm assuming that that's just made up for the backstory. Okay. There you go again with your worrying. Why do you always accept these requests when you don't even have any confidence in yourself? That's obvious, says Dane. Because it makes everyone so happy. Oh? If something that I make can make someone else smile, well, isn't that just the greatest feeling? Foo, that's just so like you, brother. Oh, he's a good guy. But I really have no confidence in this one. From the durability of the materials and the overall compatibility of the design. Well, as I said, pretty cool windmill design there, actually. But he's not wrong. It's very difficult, to improve on a design. It takes a lot. Tesla is the reason we still use all of Tesla's designs at the core to this very day for Wi-Fi, for computers, for electricity. The electricity that you and I are using to watch me right now is all based in Tesla's initial designs. So we still at our core, even if we've advanced and improved on a million things, the windmill, for example, we still are basing it all on an original design that nobody else came up with. So let's see. What'll I do if it fails? You just try again. Old man Al will be so disappointed. It's okay if it fails, eh? Because even if it fails, it means you'll discover something new. Take the stew that Mama taught Sis how to make. Oh, we're doing the Full Metal Alchemist thing. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhoodo. We're doing the Full Metal Alchemist thing. Take stew. Who made milk taste good? Somebody somewhere along the line had to be the very first person to put meat and cream and potatoes into a pot and make stew. Somebody had to have that invention. Take the stew that Mama taught Sis how to make. The first time she made it, it tasted terrible, but by making it again and again, it's now our favorite thing ever. There you go. You improve on the spices. Cooking is just like science. It's exactly because of failure that humanity is able to evolve. Yeah, he's not wrong. Okay, cool. Nicola, how old are you again? 5. You really might become something amazing one day. Aw, that's cute. He. Aw. I like that he had a nice older brother. All right, let's induct you as a research fellow of the Gematria Zone. No way, that name is so uncool. It is? But it means Prison of the Gods. I thought it was cool. Let's give it a cooler name. How about Hyper God House? Eh? Hyper God House. I'll consider it. Let's see. His meek but kind-hearted brother and the inventions he made were loved by Nicola more than anything else in the world. But, stormy night. On the day of a great storm, caution, windmill under construction. Let me guess, that's how it snaps off and, yeah. The day his mother and father had been gone since morning, leaving only the children in the house. I'm going to go check on the windmill. And he died in a horse riding accident, yep. Even though they said they were clearly worried about Dane, who'd yet to return. And so Nicola too took off into the storm. And then ran. Stumble, ran. Oh, it got hit by electricity. By the looks of it. Sizzle. And the whole place was falling down. And there was the horses. Dane? Brother Dane? And he's dead. Aww. Yeah, I knew it was coming, but still. With his windmill still unfinished, Tesla's beloved brother was called back by the gods far too soon. I'm so sorry. If I hadn't asked him to build that windmill. Aw. But while everyone else mourned his death. Old Man Al, Nicola, don't cry. It's okay. Brother is still alive. Because he'll live on forever. Through science. Oh, that's nice. See, I like the simplicity of this backstory. This is what I'm talking about. What happened to the old-fashioned, just the very simple backstories? We don't need these 4D chess fucking crazy backstories. Tesla, just grew up with a brother who was an inventor. He got inspired. His brother died, and he went, I'm going to be inspired, and I'm going to finish my brother's work. My brother was a lover of science, and I'm going to be a lover of science too. Very straightforward, very simple. See, we didn't need 100 pages of this. This is excellent. Nice, short, sweet, to the point. Still got you in the feels a little bit. It's excellent. Nicola, let's see, Dane. It was a young boy kindly attempting to cheer up a mourner. That's what everyone thought at the time. Everyone except for the boy. Shortly after that, the windmill was finished according to Dane's designs. However, it's not moving. There must have been a flaw in the design. And from then on, the boy genius of the village slowly but surely faded from everyone's memory. And from that day, oh, that's too bad. The windmill was finished according to the design, but it didn't actually work. It's probably too heavy or something, And from that day after day without rest, Nicholas shut himself away in his brother's Gematria Zone. And then, doom, after a season, we see the snow. 6 years later. Nobody's touched that windmill since the day we realized it would never move. I say we just tear it down already, or at least I said that. He begged us just give it one more chance, and he gave us a new set of designs. I can't believe it. It's moving. It's moving. Dane's windmill is alive. It's been completely rebuilt. Well, wait a minute. Looking at that, hold on. Look at the initial design, and now look at the new one. I'm not saying it's not impressive. I'm saying that Dane's windmill, that thing is not even, it's not even the same shape anymore. That's not Dane's windmill anymore. I know it's the spirit of it, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but you can't honestly say that Dane's windmill is alive when it has nothing. It's not even like, oh, we just changed the wind blades, or we changed the shape of this, or we fixed the motor. That is literally like saying, like, you build a Toyota Corolla, and then you roll up in a Ford F-150 and be like, my car! What point of a Ford F-150 they're both motor vehicles, but that has nothing. A Toyota Corolla and an F-150 have nothing in common as far as, like one's a Toyota, one's a Ford, one's a car, one's a truck. This is a completely different design. What the fuck? Dane's Windmill? I mean, you can call it Dane's Windmill, but that looks nothing like Dane's Windmill. He rebuilt the whole thing from the ground up. That's Nicola's windmill. Let's see. They weren't new designs, he said. Oh, did he go through the paper? I just improved on the original ones. I mean, alright, now you're splitting hairs a little bit. That whole design is completely different. Although it did take 6 years. At age 11, Nicola completes the windmill he inherited from his brother. I mean, it's still a feel-good story about it, but yeah. I'm nitpicking that a little bit. There is not a similarity other than the fact that they're both windmills in this design. Look, brother is still alive, you see? Aw. Through me. Why did they need windmills back then anyways? I used to know. I'm having a blonde moment here. I used to know. Like, what purpose do you need a windmill for? I mean, it cranks up for the wheat and stuff like that or whatever, or the hay, I guess. But those are more like silos and stuff. Like, if you're not generating power, I forget the original purpose of a windmill. I don't know. Through me, let's see, we see him studying, and he feels the touch of his brother. Oh, that's cute. And then, yep, big smile. No, well, that's right, through us. He starts crying. As long as we continue to pass on the science we learn, he'll always be alive. Okay, and this goes back to why, no, we will still be here. I like the idea that even when his brother's dead, he still believes. Are we going to see the brother in the crowd? Let's see the brother in the crowd. As long as we continue to pass on the science we learn, he'll always be alive. From then on throughout his entire life, no. Even after he was called up to the heavens. Through their continued research. Yep. Boom, baby. Science and humanity. Tesla stood up. For the sake of connecting them to the future. Nicola! Yeah, there we go. Dane. Oh, I like that. Because sometimes we don't get to see the characters in the crowd. A lot of people still wondering where was Jack's father or mother in the crowd. Who were some other characters? There are some technically missing characters from certain backstories that you're wondering, okay, where are those people again and stuff like that? But I'm glad that they did show Dane here. That's nice. And then, brother, always the worrier. Oh, he heard him. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. But it's okay. As long as science continues to grow and to flourish, humanity will never die. I like that. That's simple. So what's the answer? For the sake of connecting them to the future, must be one. From Nikola Tesla's Secret Confessions. Okay, so what's the... Even after he was called up to the heavens through their continued research, science, and humanity, for the sake of connecting them to the future, must be one. From Nikola Tesla's Secret Confessions. Oh, so those are words actually from Tesla, I'm assuming. And that's the end of the chapter. That's the end of the chapter. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, alright. Let's catch up with the chat and then let's talk about why I'm still disappointed in the attack. And I am so glad that when we finally got a Tesla backstory, I can see this ending in chapter 75 now that the Tesla backstory's over. I'm going to go out on a limb and hopefully there's not a two-parter to this. I'm hoping... I don't mean chapter-wise. I mean a second backstory with Tesla and another moment with Tesla. It's like, no, that's perfect. Simplicity sometimes is best. So this is excellent. We had Beelzebub for 140 chapters of fucking backstory. Tesla was 19 pages. We're good. And it was excellent. So I'm good. I'm good with it. Still only 6 likes. I guess people don't like me today. Let's see. So, whoa, we got a little bit to get through here. Let's see. Miss said, Joseph the Victor is usually determined by character's development, but not always. Jay Warrior said, I don't need Tesla backstory to be long, but I need something more because so far I just don't really care for him much. Which, I'd say we got enough from this. That's plenty. Like, we don't need... As I said, this isn't... I don't know. For me personally, I'm good with it. Joseph said, but to truly flesh out a big character's past, wouldn't you need to make it long? I'm talking about character writing in general, not just in manga. Yes, for your main character, sure. But remember, there are multiple main characters in this. There's not one singular main protagonist we're following. We're following over 30 characters, all with almost equal screen time. So it's a different style of writing. By argument's sake, realistically, the ones who you need the most amount of time and backstory on would be Hermes, Zeus, Brunhilde, and Gol. I would argue that Brunhilde is the main character and Gol is the secondary main character. You know, realistically, of this story. So as a result, you don't need to spend as much time. It's not, you know. So yeah. Like, you can flesh out... Look at Jack. Jack had a 40-page backstory, and he's perfectly fleshed out and three-dimensional. 41, 42 pages of Jack's backstory. That was it. One chapter, and we're good. We have the entirety of what we need for Jack to be a fully fleshed out character. Some would argue one of the best written characters in the series. 40 pages. So what I'm saying is you don't need 140. If you need 140 pages, then you're not using those 440 pages correctly. Let's see. Caden says, sup, Caden? Bleach says, yeah, the fan base definitely hyped this up way too much. I agree. Caden said, looks like he lost an eye. No, I think that's just like the eyes closed because of the blood thing. Bleach said, he hasn't lost an eye, that's just shading. I don't know, maybe. No, that's just shading. He hasn't lost an eye. His eye's forced closed right now, but he didn't lose an eye. Joseph said, I've heard a theory someone came up with to predict which humans will win. The person said, and I quote, humans win whenever they end the fight with a different weapon than what they started with. I mean, Jack lied about his, to be fair. Buddha doesn't count. And I guess you could argue Chin, because he used a sword thing, sort of. Alright. Let's see. Joseph said, how accurate would you say this is in your opinion? I mean, Jack more so lied about his. His Volan never changed. It was still the gloves, and he ended it with the gloves, with Dear God. So Jack's is sort of in a gray area. Buddha doesn't count because that's God versus God. It wasn't a Voland. And round 7, I just don't even want to think about round 7. So, I mean, there is some credibility to that, but I don't think it's ironclad. Realist Midel said, so it is not a domain expansion. This is so sad. I was kind of hoping for a transformation. Bleach said, makes sense that Biel's ultimate attack is a suicide bomb. Actually, it does make sense in that regard. It's just not as impressive a suicide bomb as I wanted it to be. Kane said, it's an end move that he can survive normally and his opponent most of the time, if not all the time, die by that attack. Yeah. As I said, I'm not that impressed by it. Miss said, and since Chaos destroyed the Gematria zone, Tesla can't do his super moves anymore unless he manages to create another one. That's true, too. That's true, too. Didn't think of that. Kane said that's not necessarily true. No, it kind of is. He said he needed the cage so he wouldn't fucking speed out into the sky and fucking just fall. Remember the ship thing? He can't do the speed thing. Miss said, also, it seems like the most dangerous thing about Chaos is that Beelzebub can use it a few times in a row without serious consequence. Well, we don't know that. We've not seen him use it more than once. So we don't actually know. We assume he could use it again. But will he and can he? I don't know. Kane said, I believe his eye is hurt or he lost it. He definitely didn't lose it. If he lost it, this is a manga where they showed the heel bone coming out from the foot and they showed Raiden's arm literally being stomped and ripped apart and fucking, you know? They would show if the eye actually, they'd show the eye like, you know, or something. They'd show it. They wouldn't just close the eye like that. He didn't lose the eye. The eye's hurt, but he didn't lose it. Joseph said, was Okita in real life as battle hungry as he's portrayed in Record of Ragnarok? I mean, how would you know? He died as a young man, so it's hard to tell. But he was a very powerful swordsman. That is fact. Bleach said, only thing I know about in real life Okita is that the picture that people claimed was him, but it wasn't. Oh yeah, that's true too. Let's see. Oh, it skipped ahead. Joseph said, did you know that the night Tesla was born, there was a lightning strike? The nurse feared that this meant a bad sign for his future, but his mom claimed he would be a child of light. I did not know that. Kind of cool, though. Joseph said, guess she didn't know how right she was. Guess not. Miss said, if it weren't for Dane, there wouldn't have been a windmill in the first place. Fair point. I'll give you that. It's more of a memorial thing, you know, like when you name a park after someone who had nothing to do with the park. Or you name a street name after someone. It's like, this is his street. He didn't even live here, you know, like, so I just think it's kind of, you know. Raul Mezza's in here. Hello, said just joined. What have I missed? Most of the chapter reaction, I guess. I'm not sure when this was. Joseph said, not gonna lie, I was hoping for the manga to make his backstory include some of his real life events and his origin. I mean, yeah, it would have been a little nice, sure, but I like the simplicity. There's nothing wrong with Lubu's and Adam's and Thor's and their backstories. They're clean, they're short, they're one chapter long. Let's go, you know? I'm good with not, once again, spending over 100 pages just to make a character interesting. I'm good with it. Joseph said, like Edison using his inventions to kill animals, becoming poor, being rejected by electrical tycoons, people steal his ideas, etc. I mean, this version of Tesla doesn't seem to give a shit about any of that. So I don't think it would go with his character. Bleach said, I like Tesla's backstory. Like you said, it's simple and straightforward. That's what I like about it. It's good in the feels. It's good as an explanation as any. Tesla believes in science because it helped him connect with his dead brother who he loved dearly. He got inspired by his brother. It's very straightforward. Adam's backstory, very straightforward. He was created. He had a wife. The wife was going to be fucking killed or imprisoned, and he says, fuck you, I'm taking my wife and going home. That's all Adam's backstory is, and everybody loves Adam. Adam's backstory is probably the simplest one in the whole damn series. Nobody needs 100 pages of Adam for some reason. So, wait a minute. You know what I mean? You can't play both sides of the field. I mean, you can, but then it's kind of hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't even really think Heracles' backstory is that great. You know? Shiva's was straightforward. Let's fight 1,116 gods to see who's the best. That's literally his backstory. They fought all the Hindu gods. He won. That is his backstory. It's not that complicated. Simple and straightforward doesn't mean bad. I'm just saying. Raul said, dude, Tesla's backstory is one big death flag. Yeah, it kind of is. And as I said, I want Tesla to win. But if Tesla wins, it basically writes round 9's winner. So Tesla winning, Beelzebub winning makes round 9 anybody's game. Tesla winning makes round 9 go to the gods 100%. So, you know, if you want round 9 to be obvious, Tesla wins. If you want round 9 to be up in the air, Beelzebub wins. So, I'll give it to you. Realist said, simple, straightforward, unlike the last human backstory. Indeed. Fucking stupid. Which has plot holes because he should be dead. Yeah, that whole pain bullshit thing. I feel the pain and it physically appears on my body. Yeah, well, why isn't he dead? Joseph said, I seriously don't get why people say his backstory is quote-unquote a giant death flag just because he said he will live on through science. It is a little bit of one because his whole motif now is Beelzebub wants to die. He even tried to suicide bomb himself, as Miss said. It didn't work. He still didn't kill Tesla, and Tesla is going to be... See, Tesla isn't the one who needs healing. Heracles didn't... See, here's another thing about Record of Ragnarok. The character who needs help, the character who needs to be saved, is generally the one who lives on. The completed character doesn't need... Or the already finished character who doesn't need to grow, want to grow, need to be saved, doesn't win, right? Sasuke always lost. It's finally time for him to get a W. You know, Jack needed to be saved from himself. Heracles was the hero like he's always been. Shiva needed to learn respect for humanity and learn how to fight, learn how to enjoy the fight again, while Raiden needed to finally be able to fight in a true sumo match for the first time in his life. And he got that. His dream is fulfilled. All these characters, most of the time, that's what they require, right? Adam needed to fight for his children. Zeus needed to defend the gods. They had equal, Thor and Lu Bu, they both were just the strongest warrior of their time and bored, and they wanted the thrill of battle. It's Kenpachi versus Unohana all over again. They just wanted a fight. So some of them are up in the air as a result, but the one who needs to learn the lesson, and Beelzebub needs to learn a lesson. Tesla needs to be the one to teach it to him. Tesla's already complete. So the idea that Tesla's not going to grow from this experience. He's going to stick to his convictions before he entered Ragnarok and after if he survives. Beelzebub will be changed by this fight, like Zeus was, like Shiva was. Adam never would have changed whether he beat Zeus or not. Zeus did change. See what I'm saying? It's all about who the survivor needs to have an actual change for the most part. It's why round 7 sucks. Because Chin didn't change. It's the one flaw with this. He did not change. Rawls said because it can easily parallel to Tesla himself. Even after he dies, science can continue. Yeah, see, I agree with Rawl on this one. So big Tesla death flag. I don't think it's giant, but narratively and character-wise, Tesla should be the one to die. That's true. I want Tesla to win because I like him better than Beelzebub, but Rawl said Beelzebub had 108 pages of backstory versus Tesla's 28. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. I'm not saying Tesla has a better backstory than Beelzebub, but I'm saying it's not it's not 80 pages weaker, as a result. So Joseph said, I think the secret confession part further supports my theory that Tesla ain't in his final form and his armor is going to transform. It could. I'm not saying it's absolute. I'm just giving you my 2 cents. Joseph said, if the gods win this round, it would just bring us back to the status quo of having each side gain a victory each round. No. See, the problem is the current score. See, here's the thing. Humanity won in round 6, right? Because Buddha won, but Buddha was a traitor. And then in round 7, the gods lost. So the gods have lost twice, right? It's not really back to the status quo. So round 6, the gods lost. Round 7, the gods lost. If the gods lose round 8, that's 3 losses in a row. Now you're going to convince me that round 9, the gods are going to lose 4 times in a row? No. Nyen. See what I'm saying? It's not going to work like that, Let's see. So, let's see. Whoa. Man, the chat keeps skipping. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Rawl said, yeah, I doubt that, but we'll see. I doubt it too, but we will see. Kane said, you missing some. I'm missing some what? I'm missing some chat? I don't think I did. Keismer said there's a theory that the fighter with the most clothes wins, but it's just a meme. I mean, that's kind of fun. Rawl said it's been accurate every time, though. Probably going to be disproven soon, though. Yeah. I mean, it's just a happy coincidence, right? Leonidas Pendragon is in here. Said, hopefully we get his devil form next chapter. I was hoping for a transformation. I really was. We haven't had one in a while. Rawl said it would be coming in pretty late. I expected it a bit sooner. True. Joseph said, I was hoping chaos, Vincent Valentine chaos form for Beelzebub or something. That's what I hoped chaos was. Not some suicide bomb attack. Joseph said, do you still say that Tesla should win for the narrative reasons you mentioned in the past? No, Tesla has to lose for the narrative reasons in the past. I just want Tesla to win because I don't like Beelzebub that much. I like him better now, given his backstory, but I still like Tesla. So I want Tesla to win, but narratively speaking, he shouldn't win. Rawl said, I think that would be dope, personally. Yeah. Joseph said, you said that Tesla should win in order to change the story and have humanity have 2 victories over the gods. But, no, not exactly, because, see, they do still have like what's the current score? It's 2-3. What is the current score? Humanity has 1, 2, 3, 4 victories, and the gods have 3 victories, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the gods have 3 victories, so it's 4-3. 5-3 looks good, but the problem is, as I said, because they did the 2 in the row, if the 3rd in the row makes another W, that's 5-3. From a scoring perspective, it works, but yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. I just wanted Tesla to win. Joseph said, if the gods win this round, it would just bring us back to the status quo of having each side gain a victory each round. No, it really wouldn't. So that's the problem. It wouldn't. Raul said, you just said that. I agree, said Raul. Mix things up. Definitely not copium. Joseph said, actually, I'm just repeating what Griever said in past streams. Roger that, says Raul. Leonidas said, do you think Satan is separate from Beelzebub? I'm still hoping on that, but maybe not. And would it be interesting if Satan is released from Beelzebub and Tesla work together to defeat it? See, that would change up the status quo and make it a non-match. I'd kind of like that. Like Hajin, but done right. Joseph said, exactly. If Tesla wins, the next round's winner is obvious, unless we finally get a tie round, which we've all been saying for a lot of rounds. Yes, exactly. Tesla winning is what I want, but narratively, it would make round 9 bad. Just, Realist Manel said, wonder if Anubis will have an aging ability. Yeah, like Baragon or something. That'd be cool. Raul said, Chin didn't really grow. That's my point. Round 7 fucks it all up. Raul said Hades needed to fulfill a role. Yeah, and yet Chin won. I know. Round 7 sucks on so many levels. It sucks narratively, character-wise, everything. Joseph said, for round 9, I hope we get either Okita, Rasputin, or Simon. I'm thinking Okita versus Loki. It's been set up now in season 2 of the anime. It's finally been set up, right? So, because we got a filler scene with those two actually clashing and fighting. So I think the matchup is obvious. It's Loki versus Okita, and I think that's meaning it's coming soon. Raul said goal, yeah. Kaismer said, I saw a post on Reddit saying that Chin has a better motivation to win than Hades, and said Chin backstories was golden. Chin's backstory was too long. It wasn't a bad backstory. It was very in the emotional and in the feels backstory. But when you look back on it, that was the best part of round 7. And the fact of the matter is that was the best part, sort of takes it down a notch or two, right? It was way too long. It could have conveyed the same amount of emotion without the length of it. And realistically, yeah, no, Redditors just are... Chin doesn't have a better motivation to win. Hades is literally fighting for his brothers, who he's known for centuries. Chin is fighting for people that hated him growing up. Like, what are you talking about? Chin is literally fighting for the people that killed the only person that gave a shit about him. Like, Redditors are kind of stupid people, as a general rule. Let's see. Where are we? We're almost caught up here. Raul said Reddit is Reddit. What do you expect? Yeah. Realist Medell said, the only reason I go on the Record of Ragnarok Reddit is to get the chapter links and see some fan rosters. Yeah, me too. It's like going on the Kengan one. Actually, I was going to make a video about me just scrolling through I couldn't stream it, because if I streamed it, then probably see some naughty things that YouTube wouldn't like. But I wanted to go on the Kengan Reddit and just go through and just check 50 posts and see what crazy things are on the Kengan thing, power scaling, Let's see. Raul said, I go on quite often. I just like interacting with people to have a time go by. That's what I use Discord for. It's a little less toxic. Though there are some toxic people in Discord. So that's a thing. There's actually, in Mist's Discord, we might finally have a new bozo. I've been saying it. I've called the last 2 bozos. Just saying. And I'm calling, this is the second one I'm calling. I'm calling it straight up. I've called the last 2 bozos with ease. And everyone's like, no, fighting with you doesn't mean a bozo. I'm like, so I'm 2 for 2. I'm just saying. 2 for 2. So we got a new bozo. That's kept things exciting and toxic. But other than that, yeah. Raul said, I will say this. If there was ever a chance in the series for humanity to have 2 wins ahead of the gods, it would be round 8. I mean, sure. they'd have 2 wins over, but then they'd win 3 in a row. The problem with that is, as I said, is the implications for round 9. As a standalone round, Tesla can win. 2 wins over the gods isn't what bothers me. It's the implications of who's going to win round 9 that bothers me. Right? It's going to make round 9 a non-round almost. It's going to be obvious. There's no way humanity's winning 4 in a row and a 3-0 lead over the gods. You know? That's just not happening. If it does happen, it's badly written, you know. Mark, the top fabricator's in here. Hi, Mark. He said, will Hades be in Anubis in one of the backstories? I hope so. I think we're going to get a lot more Hades. It's just going to add salt to the wound of round 7. You know, we got our arms sliced off like Heracles, and they just keep putting salt every time we get a shot of Hades since round 7 for all us Hades fans like myself. But at the end of the day, yeah, I think Anubis is going to show up. I think Hades is constantly just going to keep appearing in everybody's fucking backstory. Like, we're going to get more Hades. It's going to be funny. In Anubis' backstory, I feel like that's going to be a longer one, and we are going to get more Hades. I honestly feel like if you add up all the pages, by the time we get to, like, round 11, there's going to be more pages of Hades outside of round 7 than actually pages of Hades in round 7. That's how bad it's going to be. Joseph said, wait, so you won't be disappointed if Beelzebub wins? I'll be disappointed if Beelzebub wins, but I'll understand narratively why he wins. From a narrative perspective, Beelzebub should win. From both narratively, for character development, and for round 9 implications, that's a triple threat. You answer these 3 questions, it's a Beelzebub W. Not that I want him to win, but that's just, you know, when you look at it from an unbiased perspective, you have to look at it like that, you know. Mark said, I like the idea of Hades' death being a motivation for the gods. I do too. I just would have liked him to lose to somebody better. Or if Qin was done differently. Like, I'm okay with the Emperor of China. I hate this interpretation of the Emperor of China. You know? So, it would have been fine had he lost to the Emperor of China and the Emperor of China was cool. And he had cool powers. But he doesn't have either one of those things. Realist Bedell said, Loki vs. Okita is my 3rd anticipated round due to seeing Loki's abilities. Well, so far we know he's got the crazy, I can summon death scythes out of my palms of my hands and twirl them around. That's pretty cool. And he can transform. That's pretty cool. Maybe I know what he's going to do. I still, to this day, say he's going to try to piss off Brunhilde or somebody. He is literally going to transform into Heracles. I still am calling that. I called that way back when, and I'm calling it now. He's going to fuck up, and I actually think he might do the wrong thing. He'll transform into Heracles in front of Jack or Brunhilde, and Brunhilde will just run him through. I think Loki's going to get his shit kicked, because I still call he's going to transform into Heracles, and he's going to do it in front of the wrong people, and they're just going to fucking slaughter him. I think that's what's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll actually be disappointed. If he doesn't use his transformation ability in his fight or before his fight, I'll be pissed. I think that adds a lot of weight. Transforming into Poseidon, transforming into Heracles, transforming into... I don't think Adam really... Like, certain characters is like, who he transforms into, it won't really matter too much. Transform into Raiden in front of Shiva. You know what I mean? Like, transform into... Or Adam in front of Zeus. Zeus will fucking break his neck. You know? That'll be cool. Rawls said, it kind of already is obvious Tesla is going to lose. Yeah, 2 humanity wins in a row. Beelzebub has 108 pages of backstory versus Tesla's 28. Tesla backstory is a death flag. What more do we need? And as I said, character, round 9 implications, there's a lot. Now we get 11 likes. Thanks, guys. 11 likes. I appreciate it. Now we're getting the likes. Kaiser said Siegfried was killed by Brunhilde in one of the myths. Really? I didn't know that. But there we go. We need Siegfried. Oh, yeah. Siegfried's around. Forgot about that. Rawls said, I think Loki will transform into Odin and get Brunhilde to send out someone like Nostradamus early and reveal himself. Maybe. Prince of Tennis style. Joseph said, also, I've been seeing people make posts about Hades' bird, or he's being called the chess bird. Yes, the chess parakeet is the ultimate power. Is the ultimate power in Record of Ragnarok. Do not doubt that bird. That bird is top tier. Mark said, I'm fine with Tesla winning if round 9 is a tie, because that's less predictable. I mean, yeah, if Tesla wins, round 9 either needs to be interrupted, be a tie, get fucked up, be a non-match. Something needs to go down with round 9 that's completely different. Because if Tesla wins, round 9 has to go to the gods, or it's got to be a non-match. Basically, if Tesla wins, the next true W got to be the gods. Whether it's round 10 or 9, I don't care, but it's got to be. Rawl said round 9 will be Chessbird versus Salt Frog. I got Chessbird 101. There was no one in all of Helheim, there was no one in all of Valhalla that could go up toe-to-toe with Hades in a chess match. That bird said, I got this. Just saying. That bird ain't afraid of shit. That bird is awesome. That bird is top tier. Joseph said there was even a post where a picture of the Salt Frog was put on the face of the villain from Kung Fu Panda in the scene where he says our battle will be legendary. Oh, really? That's cool. Realist Bedell said, I still believe the author made Chin win due to the Kingdom fans. I do too. I 100%. I'm with that. I know it's a conspiracy theory, but I'm there 100% with that. Rawl said, if round 8 does end in a tie, I hope it's both fighters survive instead of die. Just feel like it would be better than eliminating them from the story. I would like to see more of Tesla. I'd be good with Beelzebub dying. I'm done with his character. I like his character a lot more. I don't hate his character anymore, but I don't need more of him. I'm good. I'd like them both to die, honestly. You know, if we're going to do a tie, I'd like... Because if Tesla wins, I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. Joseph said, I seriously don't get this hyping up animal characters in the series, but it's funny, so I'll just let it go and try not to get into it. No, because they're awesome. You think about it. You think about this. Hades was in Helheim, where all human souls... Like, he has access to basically all the gods. And instead of playing a match up against any of the gods, this man chose to teach a bird how to play chess. That is epic as fuck. That's why it's epic, you know? Rawl said it's just a funny meme. No. It's facts. It's facts. That bird knows how to play chess. That's not a meme. That's factually canon in the story. That bird was playing chess against the Lord of Hell. That's factually canon, and I'm here for it. I just want more of that. I want to see how that chess match went. Did the bird win? That's my question. Joseph said, I usually get memes, but not this one. It's fantastic. It's like when everybody thinks that Hattori in One Piece, Rob Lucci's bird there, Hondo Hattori, whatever his name is, everyone thinks that thing's top tier. You know, it's just a meme more than anything. Joseph said, what the heck is so cool about a frog that sounds like Kermit? I mean, I didn't really get the salt frog thing. I mean, it's just a meme, but I do understand the implications of a chess-playing bird. That's pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking cool. Rawl said, I posted a picture on your Discord about how many pages each character's backstory is. If you've seen it, how do you feel about it? Oh, I saw that before. Did you post it recent, like just now? Because I saw that before. Somebody posted it on Mist too. And I've seen it before. I can check it again. Joseph said, carrying a basket of salt. Mark said, the salt frog was surprisingly very well animated for the anime. I thought so too. Please don't. In a very creepy room. Yeah, where was that? Is that in the Shuumatsu area, or... Yeah, it might be in the Shuumatsu area. I don't see it here listed right now, but... was it in the Shuumatsu area where it was posted? Oh, yeah, it's posted in the Shuumatsu area. Okay. Yeah, so... Once again, if you look at it, if you look at this page, we have the lowest amount of backstory is 2 pages with Hajun. The most amount is 108 pages with Beelzebub. Now, I would argue, let's see, the better backstories. Well, looking at it, the two, in my opinion, two of the best backstories, actually now of the anime, the three best backstories for me personally. The highest one only has 60 pages, which is Raiden's. I think Raiden's is straightforward and makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised it's actually 60 pages. But 60 pages. The best backstory, I still think, is only 42 with Jack the Ripper. And then we have Zerafuku coming in at number 2 with 51 pages. So two of the best backstories in the series only have 50-odd pages. 42 to 51 pages are the two top backstories. Now, surprisingly, I would argue that the two of the longest backstories that way outlived their welcome, 108 pages with Beelzebub and 93 pages for Chin. At the end of the day, all 108 pages did was make me go from hating Beelzebub as a character to he's alright. It took 108 pages for that to happen, and it took 93 pages for Chin to have a good backstory, still think he's a prick. So, kind of a waste of pages there. And after that, it goes way down to 64 pages with Shiva. And Shiva's backstory, while okay and straightforward, isn't one of my favorite, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. In all honesty, I'd probably... Hades, I prefer Hades got 25 pages. Now, we're seeing him more, so you could argue there's more to him. But his actual backstory is only 25 pages, and I liked it. I would have liked to see more of it. In fact, 25 pages is a little too little. I think if Hades' backstory had 40 to 50 odd pages, like two of the better backstories did, it'd be a better backstory. Heracles is 52, favorite character, but that being said, his backstory is 180 completely, is a completely original for Record of Ragnarok, and I wasn't too into it. I think Heracles got really nerfed by the authors, so... And Tesla had 28 pages. It was perfectly acceptable. A few more pages by the end of the round, maybe, but, 28 pages is fine. Adam, there you go. Adams and Poseidon, completed characters, 20 pages. Poseidon was a dick at the beginning, a dick at the end. Adam was awesome at the beginning and awesome at the end. They don't need more than 20 pages of backstory. See? So, you look at this list, and you can really, you can see where all the writing talent, you can see where that shit goes, So, let's see. Joseph said, and a bird playing chess against Hades. What's next, a rabbit? Oh, that would be awesome. I'd love a rabbit. Going, nah, what's up, Doc? Rawls said, nah, too basic. Now, an alligator, on the other hand. A crocodile. A James Bond villain crocodile with a hook hand and a scar. Totally original, right? Joseph said, really? An alligator, a frog, a bird, and then a freaking predator animal? Where's the pattern jumping all the way from prey animals to a predator? You're all forgetting that Shiva rode in on an elephant. And all the animals that Adam summoned and stuff. There are other animals. I mean, hell, Shiva fucked a woman and somehow birthed the goddamn elephant that talks. So, just saying. There's some crazy shit going on with animals in Record of Ragnarok. Just said, that's it. I'm done trying to understand this. I'm just going to make fun of you guys in my head. You go right ahead, my man. Mark said, I think this is one of the better fights. Hopefully it doesn't have somehow fuck it up at the end, though I don't know how. Yeah, I agree. Round 8 is better than Round 7 and better than Round 6. Round 6 was good up until Hajun appeared. Round 6 would honestly be one of my favorite rounds if it ended where Buddha beat Zero and Zero went from the sinner back to his normal self. That would have been awesome. Completely different from every other round preceding it. Mid-diff, low-diff fight. We haven't had a low mid-diff fight since the first round. And I think this is sorely missing that. I think this series is sorely missing that everything is an extreme diff fight. That's not nearly as fun. I think it's getting almost predictable in a sense. And I think we need more of that. Round 6 was going to not only We got God versus God, a totally original God, Buddha being a turncoat, fucking up the rosters, a whole kettle of fish going down, them being actually interactive, Buddha and Zero being in each other's backstories. Like, it was all connected beautifully. And then they had to fuck it all up by adding Hajun in there. Because God forbid we have a low diff fight that ends on a solid note. You know? Both people survive. You know? That would have been awesome. Round 6 had the potential to be one of the best rounds in the series and fucked it all up. Round 8 is clear. Round 8's the best round probably since... I have a new love for round 5 since the anime. Not going to lie to you guys. So, round 5 and 8, but definitely the best round since round 5, at the very least. I've got a new appreciation for round 5 since the anime came out. You know, I think round 8's probably better than round 5. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Raul said, will you update your round rankings after round 8 ends? Yeah, probably. Actually, you know when I'll do it? I'll do it when we get the second part of Season 2 is probably when I'll update it. And the reason being for that is because I have a new appreciation for round 5 and round 1 after the anime. And I'm curious on how my opinion will change for round 6 with the anime adaptation. So I want to wait for that part before I rank. Because round 5 has gone up in stocks because of the anime. So, yeah. So I probably will definitely update that. Joseph said at least elephants are part of Hinduism. I mean, a bird playing chess, it's Hades. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Raul said, as it stands at the moment, round 8 is in the bottom 3 fights for me at the moment. Bottom 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 or better. Yeah, I see it. Round 8 is either in the bottom 4. It's in the lower half for sure. Out of 8 rounds, I got the top 4. It's not in the top 4. So it's in the bottom half. I don't know if it's in the bottom 3. It's definitely better than round 7 and 6. So it's... But I don't know if I like it more in round 5 anymore. Have to wait and see. But it's not over. True. Joseph said, geez, this is ridiculous. Don't you love us? And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Hello. Still waiting for something to happen in round 8. Well, we just got a fuck off overhyped kaboom called Chaos that, you know, didn't really go anywhere. But Mark said, Zeus really doesn't have a backstory. No, not really. Not really. Zeus did not really have a backstory. But does he really need a backstory? Joseph said, I'm going to call you guys a new form of furries. How do you like that? That's fine. I'm good with it. I am not ashamed to say that Lola Bunny's hot. I am not ashamed to say that. I'm good with it. You can call me a furry. I really don't give a shit. I really don't care. There are 2 types of people. Those who know that Lola Bunny is hot, and liars. There are only those 2 types of people. So yeah. Man, this stream's been going on a while, hasn't it? Yeah. Damn. You know, I don't mind that though. I don't mind that everybody's invested and everybody's interested in shit. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I'm here for it. What the hell is going on here? Announcements? Wait, is the new One Piece chapter out? Oh shit, the new One Piece chapter is out. God damn it. Alright, so I got more shit to do. Actually, I gotta go to it's my brother's wife's birthday today, so I gotta leave here in 15 minutes anyways. So yeah. Raul said, if Buddha killed Hajun, yeah, and Zero lived in round 6, yeah, then I think it would have been a better round. Yeah, I would have liked Zero. The fact that Zero ended up dying in the end, like, and remember, they can't go back. Like, it's soul destruction. They're not moving on to another plane They're not moving on to Eden or heaven or anything like that. They're gone. They are nowhere in any of the planes of existence of the world are they alive anymore. That has been explained. That's why this is a do or die. That's why it's betting your life on you're literally betting your soul, the gods and the humans. So yeah. Let's see. Rawl said, my current round rankings are, let's go. Mark said, I personally always liked Raiden's backstory. Actually, as I said, see, round 5 was done wrong in the manga. Pacing and splitting between the scene with Buddha and Loki and stuff, totally wrong. The anime fixed all that. Round 5 goes up. Definitely goes up. And Raiden's backstory, that's why I said, I think that's the third best. I used to say when I first read Chin's backstory, this is before the air bubbles, guys. Before the air bubbles. And before Hades didn't do anything. I liked Chin's backstory. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. But it was way too long. We got 2 of them. And I thought that it was a very well done, well developed. But for a fucking almost 100 pages, it fucking better be. Once I realized that, that's what bothered me about it. I initially said it's probably one of the best backstories. Then I realized that it's double the pages of all the other backstories. If it wasn't one of the best, and that actually made me rank it lower, because I would argue that Hades, that Raiden, that all these guys, that Heracles, had they had 90 pages of backstory, they would be better. No, I wouldn't say they'd be better characters. I would say their backstories would hit harder and be better than Chin. It's hard to compete, when you have a book that's 50 pages and a book that's 200 pages, and tell me which story has more development. If you have 200 pages to develop, you're obviously going to have a better written story, for a general rule. So I would say that Raiden's backstory is actually my third favorite backstory right now. I would really say that. Heracles is my favorite character, but I don't think Heracles' backstory is one of his worst parts. It's not a bad backstory, but it's the weakest part of his character. I would go, right now, I'd go Jack, Zero, Raiden. Those are the 3 best backstories. Rawl said, oh crap, One Piece. Yeah, right? Whoever it was, I still can't say that, says, Bugs is hotter than Lola. Well, I mean, if you're into Bugs, I'm into Lola. That's just me. Realist said, what are your thoughts on a possible fighter getting revived, but they are not same as they were before theory? I don't like that. I think that the best you could do is, you could do sort of like an after image of somebody, like Anubis summoning the dead fighters to fight for him or something like that, but they're like zombified form. They're just the memories. They're just the last wisps of their soul. They're not actually back. They're not growing or learning or anything like that. They're not really there. You know what I mean? It's just the last vestiges of their soul remaining that he collected as they died. And at best, he creates a memory or an image of them at best, but they're fleeting and, they're not truly there. That's at most. Joseph said, I'm going to take off. See you, Joseph. Mark said, it's weird that Okita got introduced in round 5 and still hasn't fought yet. Yeah, I know. I think he's fighting round 9. Rawl said, round 4, good. Round 2, yep. Round 5, no fucking way. Round 5 ain't that good. Round 3, yeah, okay. Round 6. What? Round 8, yeah. Round 1. Round 7. You sleeping on round 1 like crazy. Go reread round 1. Everyone sleeps on round 1. Round 1, I got that in my top 3. I said it. Round 6 would have been in the top 3 had it ended at Buddha defeating Zero and before Hajun. But I got round 4, round 2, round 1. Round 1 is way underappreciated. Was fucking awesome. That's my current ranking, but it's susceptible to change. Fair enough. Rawl said Loki was introduced in round 2 and hasn't fought. Odin was introduced in chapter 1 and hasn't fought. Realist Midel said that would be a really cool ability for Anubis. I think so. I think he summons the dead to fight for him. Solid list. I mean, it is pretty solid. I just don't like the disrespect of round one. Too many people sleeping on round one. Round one is way better than people give it credit for. Rawl said, I've reread round one like 4 times. I don't know. And I don't know what you're missing then. That shit was a fucking slugfest. It was brutality. It was a mid-diff fight for Thor. Something that has not happened since. As I said, round 6 was going to fix that and fucked it all up. But it's so different. You know, it's just a meathead fight. And it's awesome. I feel like round 1 is better in the anime. It felt way more emotional. That's what I'm saying. That Lion King OST, as Thor looked up to the sky and realized he will never get to... He wants Lu Bu back. It's no different than round 4. People do round 4 and say, Jack wants Heracles back. And I'm there for it. I'm like, Jack wishes that Heracles was alive so he could speak to him, so he could talk to him one more time, so he could see him one more time. He regrets killing him in that regard. That's fantastic. Thor, round 1 did it first. I'm not taking away from round 4, but one of the big takeaways from round 4 that everybody loves so much, round 1 did it, and did it first. And everybody forgets that. Thor had the fight of his life and regrets that it's over. He wants Lu Bu back. He wants to fight Lu Bu again. He misses him. So why is it okay and when Jack does it, it's like 10 out of 10. Round 1. Round 1, one of the worst rounds. Same thing, except done first. Like, I don't get it. It's crazy. Mark said, personally, my favorite, spelt wrong, backstories are Jack and Sasuke's. Sasuke, there's another good one. Sasuke's probably my 4th favorite. That or Raiden's. Sasuke's backstory is my favorite part of round 3. Everyone loves round 3, the fight. Round 3, the fight's okay. I actually like the backstory as one of my favorite. Yeah, maybe that one over Raiden's. I'm not sure. But see, Johnny Young Bosch voiced a young Raiden in the anime, so I've just got too much fucking love for that. So I'm not sure. Rawl said, Simone is my most anticipated fighter. A lot of people looking for that sniper fight. I don't really give a shit, but a lot of people anticipating. Rawl said, why doesn't Thor square up on Zeus or Hades or someone if he wants a good fight? The same reason that Uno Hana didn't fight Yamamoto, doing Bleach Talk here, and waited for Kenpachi. It's not about who's strongest in that regard. He wants to fight a warrior with a warrior's pride, a warrior's bloodlust, a warrior's honor. You could literally call them Kenpachi Thor and Kenpachi Lu Bu. You would never call Yamamoto the Kenpachi. You would never call Ichigo the Kenpachi. It's not about that. It's about finding a similar soul. Someone who loves battle just like you. Someone who just wants to test your physical strength with your weapon as a warrior and a warrior's honor and pride. That's what they're there for. That's not why and how Zeus fights. That's probably not how Odin fights. So it's not about that. That's who they're looking for. You know? That's the greatness. The realist Medell said, I love the Thor line, don't die. Right. He doesn't want Lu Bu to die because he wants to enjoy. He finally, the gloves are off. He can use Mjolnir and he's loving life. And it ends just far too soon. And he's like, where's my brother in arms? Where's my comrade? Where's my boy? Rawl said, this is a good line, admittedly. It's a great, yes. It's absolutely fantastic. You know, for all the faults of the animation in season 1, round 1 got done as well as it could have been due to the animation quality. And as I said, that OST just sells it. Sells it 100%. Anyways, guys, we've been streaming for like an hour and a half. And I really got to go. Because I got to be at my brother's place. Then I got to work. So I guess I'll read the One Piece chapter and then I'll fucking leave because I got to do a little side job for someone after I leave my brother's. So, and I'm not used to drinking this Mountain Dew shit. I'm used to drinking beer. So now I think I drank too many. I've only had, this is my second one, but goddamn, maybe I should have ate something. I am not used to all this fucking caffeine doing this. So, I'm just asking for diabetes, aren't I? Raul said, it's crazy to me that round 1 lasted like 16 minutes or something. Yeah. Realist Medell said the Thor smile, though. That Thor smile. Just all teeth, man. He was loving life. Sky Eater versus Thor's hammer. Just fucking A, you know? But anyways, yeah. So, guys, that's the end for me. Thank you very much for the 11 likes and all the views. I really appreciate it. Anybody here watching the VOD afterwards? I liked the chapter well enough. It was fine. The Tesla backstory, short and sweet. Definitely enjoyed that. Very disappointed in the Chaos attack. Probably the most disappointing, hyped up attack in the story thus far. Yeah, no, not here for that. That was kind of that was disappointing. Not just the fan base hyping it up, but in general, the Chapter 73 hyped it up to be something that it just wasn't. It was completely oversold, in my opinion. So, yeah, okay. But anyways, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys back here next time for Chapter 75. And potentially, if it's the end of the round, it might be a double chapter. So 75, 76. Who knows? Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. We'll see you back here next time for the next Shuumatsu no Valkyrie chapter reaction stream. Looking forward to it. And we'll see you guys back here next time. Bye-bye.